Broken souls mended through the sound of my guitar. Mercedes, I love you.
Elena DeLeon never forgot the moment her life shifted course. The moment a doctor touched her shin with a steady hand and said every word an unprepared 19-year-old feared. Pregnant. She stared at him, certain she'd misheard. She'd been exhausted, nauseated, missing weeks of meals, but she'd blamed that on school, stress, or maybe a stomach bug. She hadn't noticed that her period was late, but girls her age were irregular all the time, right? But the doctor wasn't finished. "You're about 16 weeks along." Her world fractured. 16 weeks. 3 months. She had been carrying a life inside of her and she hadn't even known. Her parents sat stunned, neither speaking. Elena felt even younger than she already was. A girl who still lived under her parents' roof, still ate dinner at their table, still had her future planned in perfect, neat lines. Nursing school, graduation, maybe even med school. A life built on helping others. Not this. Certainly not a baby she never planned for, with a boy she never meant to love. John had drifted into her life like a breeze through the Dunner doors. 17, newly moved to Willow Springs, messy hair, and shy eyes that softened every time he sat in her section. They talked, then laughed, then became something more, something secret, and something warm and reckless. She told herself she wouldn't slip, not like the other girls her age, not like the stories whispered at school about lives derailed too soon. But one warm evening, tucked into his bedroom while his parents were out, the boundaries she swore she'd keep slipped quietly from underneath her. Kissing turned into touching, touching into longing, and longing into a moment she couldn't pull herself out of. And now here she was, 16 weeks, no turning back. When the doctor returned with an ultrasound tech, Elena lay trembling under the cold gel as the wand glided across her stomach. The baby looked healthy at first, tiny hands, strong heartbeat, a perfect little flicker of life she wasn't ready to fall in love with. "It's a girl," the tech said, smiling. Elena's heart clenched, a daughter. But then the tech's face shifted. A pause, a frown, too quiet. The wand hovered over the baby's spine. "What's wrong?" Elena asked, voice barely a breath. The doctor forced a smile she didn't mean. "Nothing yet. We just need a clearer picture." But the room had gone still, the kind of stillness that only exists when someone is trying not to tell you the truth. They sent her to a specialist the next morning. Her parents came. She barely slept. The neurologist didn't waste time with soft words. "Your baby has spina bifida. It's the most severe form, myelomeningocele. The spinal cord hasn't closed properly." Elena swallowed. What does that mean?" "It means she may never walk. She may have no bowel or bladder control. She may have hydrocephalus, which is fluid on the brain, severe cognitive delays. If she survives the birth at all, she may only live a few hours." Elena stared at the floor. Her world cracked open again. The doctor pressed gently, too gently. "Termination is still an option." "No," Elena said instantly. It wasn't denial, it wasn't instinct, it was something primal and fierce. The doctor sighed as though she were making a mistake. "Then you need to be prepared. Your daughter will suffer, and you will too." Maybe they thought fear would change her mind. It didn't. When Elena went home, she called John, asked him to meet her at the park, the place they first kissed, first laughed, first pretended the world would always be simple. "I'm pregnant," she told him, "and the baby is sick." For a moment, John's face softened. He reached for her hand. He swore he would help her, that they'd figure it out. that he'd get them a home, that he'd take care of both of them. She let herself believe him. It was the last thing he ever said to her. By the next morning, his number was disconnected, his family was gone, and he never came back. Elena let herself break down only once. Just once. Then she stood up, dried her face, and decided she would love this baby twice as hard to make up for the father who disappeared before he even deserved the title. 6 months later, through hours of fear and pain, Mercedes DeLeon entered the world, crying, kicking, stubborn, alive. Everything the doctors swore she wouldn't be. The nurses said it was a miracle she survived the birth. The surgeon said it was a miracle she moved her legs. Everyone whispered it was a miracle she was here at all. But Elena knew better. Her daughter wasn't a miracle. She was a fighter. Born strong, born defiant, born to rewrite every expectation set for her. Born to change lives, including Elena's, in ways none of them could foresee. She had no way of knowing that Mercedes' life would crash into a boy with blue-streaked hair, a guitar, and a broken past of his own. No way of knowing how far her little girl's heart would carry her. No way of knowing the world would someday chant her name. Elena only knew one thing. Her daughter came into this world fighting, and she would spend the rest of her life doing the same. And somewhere far in the future, a future Elena couldn't see yet, Mercedes would learn that miracles weren't always accidents. Sometimes they were destiny.